Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm playing Arcade Paradise on the PS5. Love this game. Completed it. Did the final thing where you are no longer running a laundromat, but you're now playing in the arcade. I've actually done a couple videos about this. I tried out some of the really cool stuff that is available as DLC, and that's what this video is about. I wanted to compare. This is the flat version that you're looking at. And this is my arcade in the flat version. You can tell I got a pool table here. That doesn't exist in the other version, which is the VR version. I've got this game for PSVR2, and it's really good. And I'm going to show you the game, but I need to test out what the what the flat version has for its DLC, because I remember getting a couple of games for this that were. Sorry, it plays a bit of a mess. I'm not going to bother with the cleaning up mechanic. But I did get a couple of games. Like, here's one over here, which is like Computer Space, which I actually have a Computer Space. And it's a very, very cool game. If I remember... Oh, what did I need to do? That? How did I start this one? Whew, it's been a while. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's right. And then you just need to go side to side and make sure you don't get hit like that one. All right. Let's do it again. That's right. You want to go side to side. And this is the game, and it's kind of... Let's see if we can just avoid that. Yeah, this was a very weird game, kind of... Oh, I got hit again. Yeah, that's what that Computer Space game was, and I already talked about that. But I was very glad to have something like this, because this is a weird-looking cabinet, and as somebody who has a Computer Space at home, it's cool to have it in the game. Oh, somebody playing over there. The other one that's really, really cool is over here. They actually gave us a pinball machine. That's something that's awesome. Let me just... I seem to remember this isn't the greatest. The physics need a bit of work, but... Oops. It was alright. I think the music was also a little loud, so apologies if you can't hear me over the sound of the music. But I wanted to compare... So, like, yeah, I was really, really thrilled when the makers of this game made PSVR2 version, because playing this in VR is incredible. I can walk around an arcade and, you know, do all the stuff that I've always wanted to do as a kid. But unfortunately, the VR version, PSVR version, it's missing a lot of these games. And I remember thinking to myself, man, if they would just make, or if they would release the same DLC for the PSVR version. Oh dear, one of my games is broken down. Especially this pinball machine. I would so love to be able to play a pinball machine in PSVR 2. We don't have that option. We did in PSVR 1. There was Zen Pinball came out with a couple of tables that you could play in VR. And we don't have a pinball machine in PSVR 2. So if the guys who make this game could release some of this DLC, I think that'd be really, really awesome, but they haven't. The options for VR are very limited. In fact, much in the same way that I think that's my game over. Yeah, so there we go. That's the pinball machine. Yeah, like this game exists in PSVR, and this game exists in PSVR, and this, but we don't have the Computer Space game, and we don't have the pinball machine. So I wanted to just point out, like, what they do have for PSVR is cool, but why can't we get some of these games also in the VR version? Some of this DLC, I think it'd be great. What I'm going to do is compare what flat version had to PSVR 2. Let's do that now. Okay, here we are. As promised, this is me in Arcade Paradise VR on PSVR 2. Very similar. Let's just go into the arcade. Slightly different layout, still messy as heck. I mean, like, the games are differently arranged, but, well, there's the Thump-A-Gopher. I told you that was here. And there is Bomb Dudes. And here is Knuckles and Knees. So, like, I've got very similar games. And you know what? It's a lot of fun in the VR version because you can stand here, unlike the flat version, you can actually stand here and, you know, while you're playing, you can look around and play your Missile Command game, but you can also see what is going on here. I really like that about the VR version. Now, we're here to talk about the DLC. One of the games I got already, that was this one, Cyber Drums. I thought, oh, this is awesome that this is DLC for Arcade Paradise, and it's free. But it suffers a problem. The reason I thought it was so awesome is because you do have Drums Rock and Valhalla, or whatever the Viking drumming game is. But it's not so great in this version. And the reason that it's a problem is the same problem Cyberdance has. If I try and do this, let's go for it. Now we'll go for the easiest game possible. I have to kind of hit these with my hands. And although I'm doing it, the problem is it has no bearing with the beat of the music. I think they might have just decided like it's a lot to do to track the game, like the controllers, these VR controllers in time with the prompts on the screen. And what they ended up with is this makes no difference to the beat of the music. And it's not so obvious here, but it's very obvious in some of the other songs. I'm just going to quit out of there. Now that game comes with both versions. This one I got as DLC because I thought, oh yeah, let's play some drums. And if I do that, let's start, yes, with the easiest. Again, same idea, just want to hit these 4 tracks, right? So here we go. So it'll be blue and yellow to begin with. But as you can see, it has nothing to do with the beat of the music. I'm doing really well, but it has nothing to do with what's happening with the music-wise thing. So that's a problem. And I thought, okay, so it's not a great, that's not a great bit of DLC. Let's go get the other one then, because I've been sort of holding off here. Let's go into the shop, and we'll just buy. Where was that? Arcade Mania? Is it down here? No, it was Arcade Imports. Here we go. So yeah, got Cyber Drums already. The other one to get is Wood Gal Deluxe. I have the cash, so that's a-okay. Let's view and buy it now. Confirm. Purchase complete, so that'll show up tomorrow in the timeline of the game. It's based on Wood Gal, which I think is right over here. So here's a game. Now this is in the flat version as well. I don't really like this all that much. Basically, you're just left and right with your controller to avoid these branches. So here we go. I'm just going side to side, avoiding the side that has the branches. Not the most exciting game. I mean, a lot of this stuff is very... Well, there we go, game over. A lot of this stuff is very mobile game-ish, and I've done better, 50 points before. But, yeah, it's okay. And you're going to find I've already checked in advance what that Wood Gal DLC looks like. It ain't all that shit. No, you know what? Let's end the day, and we'll just have a look at it. Here, let's head home. Alright, there it is. So where are we going to put it? Gosh, there aren't a lot of spots available. Well, it wants to put it down in the corner here, so let's do that. Alright. So, we got a few things to do today, but the big one is... Let's check out Wood Gal over here. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, where's the computer space game? Where's that pinball machine? Alright, this is Wood Gal Jr. Ultra EX Hyper Deluxe. And I think you just hit with these paddles? Yeah, something like that. Alright, so. See, it's the same game again. But now instead of a controller, I'm using these things. Whoopee! Let's do another one. probably asking, why are you going so fast? Well, there is on a timer. Yeah, time will run out if you don't do so well. But, like, this is it? Ah. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Like, that's the other VR version of this. It's okay. Like, I'm not angry about it. There's Wood Guy Jr. Same game again, but with a dude. Like, I was really hoping when I heard there was going to be DLC for PSVR that they would do some very, very cool stuff like the pinball machine. Look, I've even got the gap ready for the pinball machine in this arcade. And it's not out. So I don't know. Maybe they'll release it in the future. I sure hope so. I hope the developers of this game hear me and just say, yes, we are going to bring some of that other cool stuff. Because they already brought some games. There's one here that was actually, yeah, there we go. Roger was DLC for the flat game. I'll just play it here. Yeah, this was DLC for the flat version that you had to pay for. And for this VR version, they decided to release it. So I was just like, ooh, that's pretty cool that they're kind of aware that some of these games maybe not totally worthy of being purchased at the price that they want. Maybe. And then when I heard, oh, they're coming out with DLC for the VR version, oh, I'm dead. When I heard they were going to do DLC for the VR version, I thought, oh, good, I hope there's going to be, you know, something really, really cool, like that computer space machine or whatever. Or the pinball machine. Please bring out the pinball machine. But now we got Wood Gal and the drum game it's not that stellar. However, we'll see what happens. I'm really, really loving my arcade. I love coming in here every once in a while and just playing. I am so happy of the experience. This is a great VR title. It's out for Quest as well. Definitely recommend it. And maybe they will release other DLC that is a little more, I don't know, a little more up my alley maybe. I'd really like to see some of those other games from the flat version make it here in the VR version. But it ain't the case so far, so I'm going to leave it there. Love the arcade anyway. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.